You're hearing me now, right? Correct?
You.
All right, we're going live. I'm going to introduce the show. Yes, you stay there. We're going to be on. And good evening and welcome to What a Go On for another Friday evening. I am David Pennant sitting in for Donovan. And I hope everyone out there is having a really good Friday evening. We're going to be having a really great show today. We have a great artist who's going to be coming on. Her name is Sidoni Warren. She is an excellent and amazing artist, and we'll be talking to her about art and passion. But before we do that, just want to update you on some things that's coming up on August 14. We have Culture, Festivals, and Community, the next chapter with Leo Cripps, Jen Duncan, and Anna. Donovan will be talking to those folks on August 21st. The topic will be Getting the Community Connected for Business with Uzo Ujumadu. And on August 28th, we will have male health and wellness in the Black community. Very important topic, I would say. That's male health and wellness in the Black community with Dr. Unati Makiwane. And of course, Jamken Viewpoint will be back on the 29th, August 29th, with Back to School, protecting our students in the presence of COVID-19. So along with that, of course, you know, Donovan always give you a patois word or a patois phrase for the day. So today's patois phrase is chamba chamba. So let's put that in a sentence. Me say, you should have seen the boy or him look chamba chamba. So get on there and tell us what you think chamba chamba mean in the English version of Jamaican patois, chamba chamba. That's the phrase for the day, chamba chamba. Also, we want to make sure that we let you know that Getting Your Affairs in Order, a live webinar, is going to be admission, going to be free on Tuesday, August 11th, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, or Thursday, August 20th, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's going to be talking about estate planning, other things that you should be doing in terms of probate fees and so forth. We're going to be talking with Andrea Cox. She's going to be talking about pre-planning, and also David West of Zach Davis. There's our lawyers. There are going to be the West Legal Group, David West, Zach Davis lawyers, and Andrea Cox. They will be talking to you about your planning affairs as well too. So to register, go to my event site.ca/Andrea GYAIO. And of course, I want to also let you know that there's going to be a virtual Carry Fest on August 14 and 15. And you want to join live Zoom or Facebook Live. It's going to be a virtual Carry Fest. 5 international soca artists. Going to be a dance marathon as well too. So please join on August 14, 15, 12 to 6 p.m. for a virtual Carry Fest, okay? And we're just waiting to make sure we have our artists this evening online. And thanks again for everyone who is joining us on Facebook Live. And our artists, we're going to be talking to Miss Sidoni Warren, a great artist here in Calgary. And she has done some amazing things. And I really, really believe that you want to hear this conversation today. And just, I think she's having some technical difficulties logging in the meantime. So we're hoping that she gets on, because I definitely would love for you to hear her story and hear what she has done in Calgary here and what she's actually planning to do as she goes continually moving along with that art that she's doing. Amazing artist, Miss Sidoni Warren. Just having some issues getting in right now, I think. She was on, but I think there was some technical difficulties for her, and we're hoping that she gets back online right away. In the meantime, hopefully, let's see if we can just listen to a little of the Bujuman, of course, okay, while we wait for Sidoni. Oh. Welcome those who are listening on there. Glenn, I see you. Andrea, Dorrit, Marge, and Jennifer. Thanks for joining us. Well, you know, I'm just trying to get my vocal cords back in place. Andrea. Welcome those who are listening on there. Glenn, I see you. Andrea, Dorrit, Marge, and Jennifer. Thanks for joining us. Well, in the meantime, while we're still waiting for Ms. Sidoni Warren, I just want to reiterate here again too, that we're going to have on August 14, we're going to have culture, festivals, and community, the next chapter with Leo Chris, Jennifer Duncan, and Anna. On August 21st, the topic will be getting the community connected for business with Uzo Ujumadu. On August 28th, the topic will be male health and wellness in the Black community with Dr. Unati Makiwane. And on August 29th, it's going to be Jam Camp Viewpoint again. The topic will be back to school, protecting our students in the presence of COVID. And I think we have Ms. Sidoni Warren coming in. She's been having some technical difficulties just getting on. And I think she's still having some difficulties there. I don't know what's taking place, but what's happening where she is. Hopefully she can get on before so we can at least have a little chat with her. But she's an amazing artist, and I really want to hear her story, what she has done, and where she is going as well too. And I guess if you guys have actually gone to Deerfoot City, you would have seen some of her work there, and want to definitely talk to her about that as well. Yes, technology can be very unpredictable. I'm telling you, Mr. Griffiths, it can be very unpredictable. Always well before this time, and now it's just, you know. But what can you do, right? We're still gonna have a good time. Again, just want to remind you of the phrase for the day is chamba chamba. It's the patois phrase. So if you know your Jamaican lingua, just put in a sentence like this. Me say you should have see the boy or him look chamba chamba. So just tell us what you think that means in your English vernacular. I am still waiting, and I know we're gonna miss her if hopefully she gets on. Okay, she's gonna try again. There she's trying to get on again. Okay, folks, I don't know what's happening with her tech situation there, but she is definitely working on getting. I can see that she's trying, but she's really not getting onto the onto the screen as much. So, Sidonie, are you hearing us? Again, folks, just remember, we have a few things that we would love you to be there at. Okay, we have virtual Carry Fest. It's going to be coming up on August 15th. Okay, 14 and 15, 12 to 6. 5 international soca artists. It's going to be a dance marathon. And I definitely want to be, all these Caribbean countries going to be participating. So get your costumes, get your dance moves on, and make sure you are going to be there to participate in the live Zoom, Facebook Live virtual Carry Fest as well too. Again, we don't know what's happening, but we're not having any log on here with Sidonie. She is looking to come in, but somehow her audio and her video are not connecting. But as Mr. Griffith says, technology can definitely give you throw you a curveball sometimes, right? All right. So I don't know. We're not getting our show on today as we were planning to have a really great show with Miss Sidonie Warren, an amazing artist here in Calgary who has done some amazing work. If you have gone to Deerfoot City, you would have seen her work there, the Block Party project up in Deerfoot City. And you will see that she's an amazing artist. And of course, we want to make sure that you do that. But also too, in the meantime, you know, we want to have a good time, and we want to make sure that our community is up to date with what's going on as well too. So Miss Jennifer Duncan definitely could give us some information here about the Carry Fest situation that's coming up. Jennifer, I know you are tuning in here right now. Maybe if you can just, you know, give me a link. I'm going to see if I can assist it in another way here. So folks, we really appreciate you hanging on in there. And we can get Sidonie back here as well too. Still looking for the command board. Let's see if I can do something else back with her as well too. Okay, maybe she's having some problem with the login as well too, so. Okay, here she's trying again. And she is trying to connect. And she is still on mute, so I think she's definitely trying to connect here as well too.
Hi there. I just connected with the audio.
I think I'm hearing a little bit of audio coming through here. Hi, Sidonie, are you hearing us? You're on mute. And
no, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. We're not seeing your video, but in the meantime, maybe as you try to get that on screen as well too, we welcome you to the show. I know you're having some technical difficulties, and hopefully that can be solved in the next a few moments. So are you able to hear us clearly right now?
Yeah, I can hear everything.
All right. So while you try to get your video online, just want to get you into talking to our audience here. And here she goes. And thanks for coming and welcome. Now we can see you and we can hear you as well.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thanks for coming in. And we do have some time to talk to you. I'm just going to ask you right now, Sidonie, and welcome to the show for sure. And what and who is Sidonie Warren? What are your cultural roots? Can you just give us a brief about you?
Okay, well, I was born in Maypen, Clarendon, Jamaica. And then I moved to Calgary with my mom when I was 3. And I grew up in Calgary since then. Right now I live in Airdrie.
Okay, you're in AG. So you're born Jamaican,
Yes.
as they said. Okay, so you start as a self-taught artist in doing what you're doing, okay? And now you have really make it your full-time, your life, your career. What is your motivation?
I think my motivation is to do something that I'm passionate about. I had other things that I tried, like I tried out architecture and like management, but I found that it wasn't fulfilling. So I really put a lot of effort into trying to make art my main thing, and I'm just glad it's paying off right now.
Okay. Did you have a mentor in when you're coming up in the arts? Because I know with like architecture that could be helpful. Did you have a mentor in the arts, or you just actually gravitate towards it?
Um, I always had like a natural talent. And I wouldn't say I had a mentor. I was more so just like inspired by other people that I saw that were doing similar things. So like one of the artists that I saw was Shakira Pinnick.
Mhm.
So she's like similar to me, artist in Calgary, Edmonton, just doing well and like putting her art out there. So it kind of inspired me to do the same. But I don't have a specific person that would be like guiding me the entire way. So yeah.
So just naturally talented and gifted. That's great. Now you have been a big part of
Yeah.
the Deerfoot City Block Party project. Okay, how did you get involved, and how did that project really, in terms of the experience, can you describe us for us?
Well, the way that the project came to me was just through Instagram. The organizer contacted me and asked me just based on what I had posted. And then the experience was cool. It was about 2 weeks from start to finish. So
Mm,
we had 1 week to do all the painting. So it was, we had to go hard in that 1 week.
can
Um,
imagine.
it was cool to collab with other people. And it was probably the largest thing that I've, you know, accomplished or been a part of. So, I mean, that was really cool. And a lot of opportunities have come from that. So I'm really happy that I was a part of that.
I just about to ask you, how has that really impacted your career, and what are the big projects that it has actually birthed for you from that?
Yeah, so from that, I was able to, like, I got a modeling contract through that. Um, I also got a mural project for Crescent Heights that's coming up. And
Mhm.
then it was kind of through networking through that as well. Um, and yeah, just people kind of knowing who I am also came from that. So that was a big deal.
Okay, so one of the other things too, in terms, as you said, it's a big deal, and other artists coming up. As a Black artist in Calgary, how is that really impacting your career? You know, knowing that you're new on the scene basically, and you've made a great impact. How is that being a Black artist in Calgary impacting your career?
Like at first, it didn't really impact me so much. But now I'm kind of seeing that I definitely want to be a role model for other people like myself, like other artists who are also Black, because I got a comment that a Black artist is pretty much unheard of in Calgary,
Yes.
which I thought was strange because I know many. So yeah, it kind of puts like a little bit of pressure on me to um, kind of I guess take this as far as I can and to also bring others up with me too. In my future projects, I definitely want to collaborate with other Black artists and, just like increase our presence in this community. So,
So what advice would you give to young artists like yourself and even others, okay, who has a passion for art and want to get involved in that kind of a way that you are right now? What advice would you give to them?
I would say like for me, what changed everything is when I posted on social media, like my art every single day. Um, so I would say you have to be very consistent, even if it means like losing sleep or just sacrificing something. You have to every day post something, and just try to get like an audience. Once you get an audience, then a lot of opportunities can come to you. I'd also suggest that maybe they do a little bit of studying or schooling. I think that's helped a lot with my career. Being associated with AU Arts, the university that I attend, um, also helped me to get the Deerfoot City job and other jobs. I think it just gives you a little bit of legitimacy because sometimes it's hard for self-taught artists. They don't really like take us seriously. So I would give that advice. And I'd also say just like know, try to get to know your audience, try to target an audience and know why you do what you do. You should always have a meaning towards like your art. Don't just create art to just for no reason. You should have a reason behind it. So when somebody wants to know more about you, they can ask about your pieces and you can kind of share with them. You can build connections with people, which I think is the most important thing.
Good. So purpose, consistency, knowledge, discipline, all that goes into making sure that you get out there as well too, right? Now
Yeah.
you mentioned that you have studied formally art formally
Yeah.
after
So
with the talent. So can you tell us some more about that?
yeah, so last September I joined AU Arts, which I guess talent-wise I didn't need to, but I felt like I was missing just the history of art and the conceptualism that also comes with art. So it's not just all skill. Sometimes it can be all conceptual. And I found the classes that I took were really helpful. Just even digging into my own history, I studied just colonialism and the effects on Jamaica
Mhm.
versus Canada. And it really just helped me grow to understand like why certain things are important to me, why I'm drawn to certain things. So you can definitely like sharpen your skills and your knowledge by just attending school, even for just a little bit.
Okay,
If you
good,
don't have the
good.
money for 4 years, at least, try to do something.
So raw talent is good, but making sure you get some formal training. So even the business aspect of things as well too, correct? And
Yeah.
in terms of challenges, what has been your greatest challenge so far in your career, even before and even now?
I think my greatest challenge is probably, I guess sometimes I can be shy and just have a lot of self-doubt. And like I have a fear of failing. So sometimes if I felt like I wasn't going to be good enough at something or I wasn't going to succeed, I would just not do it. And I think that holds back a lot of people and a lot of artists. Like we're taught to be humble. Like nobody will usually say like I'm an awesome artist. They'll be like, oh, I can draw or something. So I think just gaining confidence and just being able to take risks and just take the chance that maybe somebody might not like your art, you might fail at a venture, um, but just to keep getting back up and doing it again. I think that's important, and that's kind of stuff that I struggled with throughout my art career. So
So even if you're feeling a bit bashful about it or shy, just be confident, put yourself out there, and someone somehow will be able to say, yes, it's a great piece and build your confidence as well too.
yeah.
So one final question as we part on this right now, we want to make sure that your next project is going to be supported. How can we reach what you're doing to make sure that we support you as one of our community artists as well too?
If you want to support me in my next project, I don't mind reaching out to you guys and just letting you know what's new with myself.
Yes.
Also, it's a public art project, so you guys can come down and check it out, take photos, tag me. Social media marketing is probably like the biggest thing that's really helpful. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, and I'd love to work with the Jamaican Association in the future. So yeah, just building a relationship and, actually showing up.
Good, good. And just one other question that came in. Can any young aspiring artists also do workshops for them or anything like that? Have you started anything of that nature as yet?
Right now I haven't, but that's something I would love to do. I think it's important to mentor young people coming up. So yeah, I would be open to doing a workshop in the future.
Okay, great, great. Thank you so much, Sudani. And I'm telling you, I've seen that artwork at the block party, and it's absolutely amazing. And I was very, very proud to know that this is someone from our community that did that. And we congratulate you and we wish you all the best in your career as well too. And we definitely going to make sure that we support you as best. Thanks for joining us and all the best in your endeavors.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, folks, for joining us today. So just want to make sure again that you understand that we have Wataguan coming up next week on August 14 with Donovan again as he returned with culture, festivals, and community. The next chapter, he's going to be talking to Leo Cripps, Jennifer Duncan, and Anna. Also on the 21st, he will be talking to Uzo Ujumadu, getting the community connected for business. On the 28th, he will have Dr. Unati Makiwane, and the topic will be male health and wellness in the Black community. I hope all you ladies make sure your gentleman is there with you so we can talk about that, because oftentimes men are afraid to talk about the health issues that they face as well too. And on August 29th, we are back to school, protecting our students in the presence of COVID-19. And don't forget, August 14 and 15, we have virtual Carry Fest. Put on your costumes. It doesn't matter which country you come from. Put on your costumes and you're going to be dancing to 5 international soca artists, dance competition. So remember, it's going to be live on Zoom and Facebook as well too. So thanks again for joining us, everybody who's on the Facebook Live. Also remember, please, to stream, get a party going. And remember, the phrase for today is chamba chamba. Tell us what it means in your English vernacular. And Jamaicans love to repeat the word to make sure there's emphasis. Not only chamba, but chamba chamba. Thanks again for joining us. And we'll see you next week live with Donovan as he returns as well too. Again, thanks for joining us. And thanks Ms. Sidoni Warren for a great, great work that she's doing. And please support her as well too. God bless, walk good, and we'll see you next week.